Alright, welcome to the bonus video. In this course, we are going to be looking at how you can use our timing and scoring spreadsheet just with a simple alteration that I've made, and you can use it for any race that has a staggered start. This was specifically used in what we call an aquathon or an aqua marathon, where the competitors were swimming a certain number of laps in the pool, they were getting out of the pool, and then they were running a certain distance and then finishing the race after the swimming and running together. So we couldn't start all of the competitors obviously in the pool at the same time. They had to jump in, and then a few seconds later the next one jumped in, started the swimming portion, and they just kept jumping in every time we blew the whistle every 3 seconds, or you could change it to have it every 5 seconds or whatever. So we called it a staggered start, and this allowed us to get all the swimmers in through the pool, and then while they were swimming and then running, I was able to be at the finish line for the running section and be there to time them as they came across the finish line. So this is nothing more than the same timing and scoring spreadsheet. Obviously you would have on this sheet, the tab says rosters right here, you would have your numbers assigned. Remember, you're not changing the order of those assigned numbers. Make sure they are going from 1 up to whatever number. This is all the way down to 500 in ascending order. And then you're going to put the athlete name here. I just typed in competitor 1, 2, 3, etc., but you can put in the names there. And then the school name or the team name or the group name. I have team 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 all the way down here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I've got 500 entries here. And this is again for an aquathon, so I just put aquathon here. Again, you could put under race, or if you want to change that heading to be location or whatever other distinguishing feature you want there, criteria that you want there in column D. And then gender would be male or female. If you don't care whether you don't want to find the results for the male and the female grouping, then just put M in all of them there, because maybe they're all going to compete together. Especially for maybe a younger crowd, you're not going to divide male and female, so maybe they're just all a bunch of kids swimming in an aquathon. Then just put M in all of those, and you'll be able to just group them together. Okay, so again, the roster is all set up. You get this all set up for yourself. Again, whether you're typing all the names and genders in and all the information yourself, or you're getting that from the teams that are coming, however you do it, this roster has to be finished before the race starts, obviously, or on the day of the race, the morning of the race, let's say. So moving on, the result here, let's say you've got a varsity race, or you've got a race that is going to involve maybe upper elementary, or maybe group A or group B or whatever, very similar to the other cross-country type of race that I talked about in the previous videos. You're going to have a timestamp here. So remember, in the blue cell, all you need is to enter a character, and then as soon as the gun goes off for the first competitor or the first race or the first swimmer, you're going to hit enter. And as soon as you hit enter, that is the timestamp of the beginning of the race. Okay? So the race has started. So the first competitor, the first swimmer jumps in, you blow the whistle, they start, and then I have it set for 3 seconds later, the next competitor is going to jump in and swim. So every 3 seconds there's somebody there at the first lane in the pool, and they are blowing their whistle, and every time the whistle goes off, the next person in line is jumping in and starting the swimming portion. I have it set up for 3. You could change this number right here, and it will automatically change the delay and adjust for whatever time you put into this cell here, E2. So I have it every 3 seconds. If you want to make it a little longer, every 5 seconds, that's fine. But what this is going to do, this is allowing for a staggered start. So if you have everybody jumping in with a delay of 3 seconds, 3-second intervals, then this is going to take that into account. So everybody's jumping in, they do the swimming portion. As soon as I start this timestamp right here, I don't need to be down there by the pool anymore. As soon as I start the timestamp, I now am going to go up to the end of the running portion, which is the end of the race, and I'm going to stay up there, and I'm going to start to enter the bib number, or just a character of any type. So in this particular situation, this was a long enough race where the runners and competitors were spread out pretty easily, and I was just able to enter number. I saw a person coming toward the finish line, and I entered the number, and as soon as they crossed the line, I hit return. Okay? Now you'll notice this is person 23. We started our competitors in order. So the first, they went right as they were assigned the numbers here. So competitor number 1 went first, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6. So whatever number they had, that told them what place they should be in line. And then as they came across the line, this is competitor number 23. If they finished first, that means that they passed the 22 competitors in front of them, and that means they started 1 minute and 6 seconds behind the first person. So this time right here, the minute 6 seconds, is going to be subtracted from the difference between the two timestamps, the beginning time and the ending time, and they get a total time of 46 seconds. Okay, so this delay right here is going to be taken into account. So if I looked, for example, and I see the first person, runner number 1, the first person that got in the pool, they come across the finish line, here they come, I see them, and I hit enter, you'll notice their delay is 0 because they were the first person to start right at the first whistle. But if person number 2 comes across, they're going to have a delay of 3 seconds. They started 3 seconds behind, so the time is taken into account. Okay, so person number 10, they were the 10th person to start the race. They're going to have a time delay here of 27 seconds. Okay, so this is a very nice feature, the staggered start, for an event like an aquathon, an aqua marathon. And so again, remember, you don't have to type in the actual number. You could just type in any character. As soon as they type it in, here comes somebody across the finish line, I hit enter, and then I have somebody at the finish line writing down their number as they come across, putting those numbers in order, and they can give them to me later on, and I can then, oops, I already did 23, sorry. I can do those later on, enter them, maybe just copy and paste if they're entered into a computer by someone, and I can quickly and easily get results. Okay? I left the other tab here because you could be running another race similar to this. So this is not really set up where you could run a second race at the same time. So this pink cell here, you really wouldn't be using it because this is all one race. It's a staggered start. You're not starting one big race and then another big race after that. So in this case, the pink cells really wouldn't be used in this situation. And then you can kind of show the results here. You can look at a particular school, how team 1 did, or how find a particular athlete. You can arrange them in different ways according to the headers up here. Okay, you can sort any way you want to, and you can get the results as you so desire. Okay, so this is a nice feature here that I just took the spreadsheet and I just made a slight adjustment for you so that if you're ever in the situation where you want a staggered start, I'm sure there's lots of scenarios where a staggered start would be a great way to run a race. Okay, so I hope you enjoy the spreadsheet. I hope you get a lot of productivity out of it. I hope you're able to use it a lot. I hope you're able to use it and make the organization and the implementation of a race much, much easier. and enjoy organizing the race and delivering a quality race using this spreadsheet. So thank you for your attention and for joining me in this course, and enjoy the race, and take care.